Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, it's time for MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Colorado Rockies going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. We're all eager to see if his heroics last time out carry over. He was absolutely dialed in at the plate, Singy.
Dialed in is right, partner. Everything seemed to be going his way. Looking forward to seeing if that same timing and energy carries over.
First pitch coming your way next. And on the mound for Pittsburgh in this one, Paul Skeens. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Ready to go, Ezekiel Tovar getting ready to hit.
Ezekiel Tovar.
Swing and a pop-up. Marte. And there's one away. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Munetaka Murakami.
He's near the top of the league in RBIs, and he's become a guy that they can count on to come through in big spots, and he has not disappointed. Man, pretty impressive. Top 5 in RBI in the National League.
Babe Ruth, the next to hit, takes outside. Skeens with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 2 down.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 5, Munetaka Murakami.
Munetaka Murakami digging in for the Rockies. Homered last night, added another hit as well.
That's the ball. Strike. That's the ball.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
2-2 down. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
On the ground, and that's just foul. Struck him out swinging. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And now the Pirates will take their turn in a scoreless. And towing the slab for Colorado in this one, Babe Ruth. He leads the entire league in wins, and every time he grabs the ball, you expect results.
Yeah, he's coming right after hitters, Boog, setting the tone from the jump and giving his team a real chance to stack up some W's.
He's not just a pitcher, he's a gamer. Shows up every 5th day ready to compete.
That's why every rotation wants a guy like him, just flat out reliable, just like you, partner.
Shohei Ohtani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Ohtani went deep in his most recent game. And the 1-0. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one carrying. Out of here. Shohei Ohtani goes deep. His 14th of the year. The Pirates score first. It's 1-0. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
Kyle Tucker stands in now and watches strike one. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the 2nd game of the series.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. Ripped to third. Fires across the diamond. 1 away.
Batting third.
That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Here's the Pirates lineup now. Of course, one of the best players in the game today, Kazuma Okamoto. Aaron Judge at the plate.
That's a ball.
Outside low. And a count now 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
No, that's it.
That one missed.
Well, he gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
And a 4-pitch walk.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
So a man at first. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. Right now with more RBIs than anyone in the National League. This is again 5 in a row. The 1-0. And a foul ball.
Let's go, Cal.
Right through there for a strike. That misses. And it's 2-2. Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. And the batter will be the shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
Jeremy Pena.
That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. Here comes the judge around third. The relay to the plate. Tag, safe at home. And they take a 2-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here's Ketel Marte.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Marte matched a homer in his last game. And there's a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Here's a 1-2. That one almost got him.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Man on second, 2 down. Good job to fight that one off. Two on the way. Set down on strikes. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. Second inning coming up. Back at Yankee Stadium. Top of the second. Hunter Goodman digging in for the Rockies. Skeens, 23 years old. And, of course, has a Cy Young to his credit. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
And down on strikes. And one away. This is Willie Castro. That one almost got him.
Ball.
The wind to kick the 2-0. This one in the air, center field. Merrill in position. 2 down.
Batting 6, the center fielder, number 9, Brenton.
And now the center fielder, Brenton Doyle.
That's a ball.
Doyle wrapped out 4 hits in his last game.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
In the air, left field. Judge under it. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Pirates. Back in the Bronx. Here's a big power threat.
The first baseman,
Rice with a homer in his last game.
That's a ball.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
That one to first, and it goes just foul. The 1-2. Right.
What you got?
Checks his swing, appeal to third. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
The 1-0. Foul ball. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's down. One hops off the wall.
A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
One out. Runner at second. Jackson Merrill, the next Pirate to hit. And what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. And at second. Late with the swing there. And a big swing and a miss. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One out and a runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. Three-two now. In the air, center field. Doyle settles under this one. Brings it in. 2 away now.
Up next for the Pirates, the designated hitter, Shohei.
So the Pirates
Ohtani.
batting order turns over. Shohei Ohtani, the next to hit.
He's picked up right where he left off last game, Boog. What can't this guy do? It's like BP for him in the box lately.
And that one fouled off. Okamoto on at second with 2 down. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run.
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the Pirates 2 and the Rockies nothing. You're watching the game of the week on MLB The Show. Back here in New York, new inning getting started.
The first baseman,
Number 64 getting ready to hit, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues.
No, that missed.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sync of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Here's Tyler Freeman to hit. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. And not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
2 outs, base is empty. Next for Colorado, Ichiro Suzuki. On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 9 straight retired here to start the game. Major League Baseball is on. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's Kyle Tucker.
The right fielder.
This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
On the ground to third. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Pirates, the left fielder, number 99. Aaron.
Here's Judge now. He walked and came around to score his first time up. He's been one of the best players in the league at driving in runs, Singy. His RBI numbers are good enough to be top 5 in all of baseball.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
And another ball. That's a strike. Lace down the line. Base hit right field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Cal Raleigh, the next Pirate to hit. He's 0 for 1. The 0-1. Way out front for strike 2.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
In the dirt. Two down. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 2-run blast. And they add on.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you.
That pitch was intended to stay inside, but it leaked out over the middle of the plate. Hitter waited on it, and he connected just perfectly.
One down. Up next for the Pirates, Jeremy Pena. And first offering is fouled off.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
And that's a strike. 2 runs across in the inning here in the last half of the third. That's out to center field. Brings it in. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Ketel.
An outstanding
Marte.
hitter in Ketel Marte. Went down on strikes his first time through. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
No, that's inside.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the second game of the series. And that's through there for a strike. 2-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, kind of the story of their season so far. Things just not clicking into place. Fundamentals on all sides of the ball are lacking, and it's tough to win games at this level if you're not playing clean baseball as a team.
That's towards center. Doyle has a beat on it. And that is that. Cannonball coming. It's now a 4-0 ball game. 3 innings in the book on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Back for more from the Bronx. On to the 4th, Ezekiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
No, ball.
That one drilled left field. That ball's carrying. And that one is off the wall. Relay to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And here's the slugger who starts at DH. Flied to right his first time. In the dirt.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and part of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Man at second. Just off the inside edge. Next offering in there for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Fouled off left side. And a payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Here's the third baseman, Munetaka Murakami. Struck out swinging his first time. He was looking to come up with the shutdown inning and off to a shaky start. The 1-0. And another ball. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep their remaining challenge. The Rockies trying to get back into this one. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do?
That was straight queso right there.
Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Wow, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Strike 3, Paul Schemes doing what he does best, collecting strikeouts.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
2 on with 1 out. Hunter Goodman digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Inside, almost got him. Two on, 1 out. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. This one in the air, right field, way back there. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Another 1-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Castro in the box now. Takes strike 1. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. 2 on, 2 outs. Struck him out looking. 2 left for Colorado. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Bottom of the 4th, stepping in the long ball threat, Kazuma Okamoto. On the ground to the left. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Pirates, the center fielder, number 3, Jackson.
So up next, Jackson Merrill. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
This one in the air, center field. Doyle settles underneath it. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the
And
Pirates,
here's a look at how
the
he's using his
designated
pitches
hitter,
in this one.
Well, he's known for that four-seamer, Boog, and we've seen plenty of it from him today. You don't throw one pitch this much without having plenty of confidence in it. But he hasn't had the smoothest sailing, so he may want to switch things up a bit.
Ohtani in the box again, takes the strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. Not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
And it's fouled away. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Bucks go down quietly, but they lead it 4-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Brenton Doyle.
All these Rockies, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
In the dirt, ball one. Late on that fastball.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch, perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Next for Colorado, the first baseman, TJ.
And here's the first baseman.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, get that first hit at the big league level.
The Rockies down by 4, and we're in the top of the 5th. This one in the air, right field. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. 2 down.
Up next for Colorado.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Freeman.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Tyler Freeman. Struck out looking in his first at bat. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. In the air, right field. Tucker under it. And that'll do it. He continues to roll on the mound.
Now pitching for
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th. Taking over on the mound, Brennan Bernardino.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Tucker.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Pirates really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Tucker gets his lead at first, nobody out. And now he's fallen behind Judge. This one in the air, right field. Grabs it on the run. One away.
Up next for the Pirates.
Next to bat will be the Pittsburgh cleanup hitter, Cal Raleigh. He's already homered here in this one. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Raleigh, An all-star a season ago, 29 years old, and he's a former home run derby champ.
Nope, ball.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
The batter, number 6, shortstop, Jeremy.
First and second, one out. Jeremy Pena. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. That one fouled off. Two on, one out. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Inside, almost got him.
Come on, Jeremy.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Big at bat coming up for Ketel Marte. In the dirt, blocked. To third, there's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. Pirates leave 1, but they're in front 4-0. Back with a look at key moments so far in this one. And now, Ichiro.
The right fielder, Ichiro Suzuki.
Liner caught at second. One pitch and one out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Tovar in the box now. No balls and a strike. The Rockies down by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. Strike 2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Rice takes it in for the out. 2 up, 2 down.
The batter, number 3.
2 down, base is empty. Here's some real power at the plate. Babe Ruth.
That's a ball.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
2 down, nobody on. Here's a 2-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. You're dialed into the show. Bottom of the 6th. Ketel Marte up to the plate.
The second baseman.
High fly ball, right field. Suzuki settles under it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Pirates, the first baseman.
Here's a big power threat. Ben Rice. He has, as they like to say.
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the
Here's a new
Pirates,
pitcher from the
the
pen,
third baseman,
Johan
number 7,
Ramirez.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Okamoto stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. That is the inning. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. They lead 4-0. Back in the Bronx, top of inning number 7, Munetaka Murakami digging in for the Rockies. Oh, great stop. Throw to first, and they get the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Goodman.
Now the Rockies catcher, Hunter Goodman.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. The Pirates leading by 4 here in the top half of inning number 7. And that's the strikeout looking. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Well, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Castro jumps out of the way of ball 1.
That missed. That's a ball.
Ground ball left side. The throw to first, and that is the inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. Back after this on the show.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. He's a guy who does it all.
Jackson Merrill.
Stirring in the Colorado bullpen, Kyle Freeland up and loosening in the pen. The 1-0. And a foul ball. Breaking ball through there for a strike. And down on strikes he goes. 1 up, 1 down. Back to the top of the order. Here's Shohei Ohtani.
Well, Boog, yet another standout game from him. Quick hands, great balance in the box. You can tell he puts a lot of work in, and it's paying off.
Ground ball to the right side, and that's a foul ball. Not even close there. Ball 3. Swing, and he breaks his bat. He makes the grab. That's out number 2. Now here is Kyle Tucker. 1 for 3.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
This one in the air, right field. And that's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. It's the Pirates 4 and the Rockies nothing. Back now in the Bronx for the top of the 8th. Brenton Doyle now at the plate.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a ground ball. Fires in time.
Well, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
And now the first baseman.
That's inside ball.
The Buccos leading by 4. Close, but call the ball. Ball 2.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but how many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone? And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And a ball and 2 strikes. Right through there, got it. Now 2 out.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Now it's going to be Tyler Freeman. His righty-lefty splits there. And that's outside. Suzuki up next for the Rockies. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 1. That clips the corner. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Fights it off. He'll see another. Payoff pitch. On the ground, out to short. Whips it to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rockies. Totally dominant on the mound as he's through 8 without surrendering a run. You're watching Major League Baseball. Back in New York. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Aaron Judge getting ready to hit.
Judge.
Ball.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Pirates, the catcher,
Cal Raleigh, the next. Pirate to hit. He's already homered in this game. Substitution being made at first. Pirates going with a pinch runner. Tyrone Taylor looking for some added speed out there in the late innings. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Taylor gets his lead at first with nobody out. Here goes the runner. That's it for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. The 2-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Goodman takes it in for the out. One down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Has room, and he makes the catch.
the batter, number 5.
Stepping in, Ketel Marte. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
That's inside. Ball.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Up the middle. The throw to first. They get the out on Marte. That's out number 3. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. All set to start the 9th in this one. Each
Now pitching for
number 70 on a pitch out of the pen here.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Tap foul at the plate. And the lefty with the 0-1. Slow roller to first. Rice takes it himself, and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Up next,
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what it was supposed to do.
Back to the top of the order now. Ezequiel Tovar digging in for the Rockies. What a stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
So it's their last chance in this one. And the batter now, Babe Ruth. Oh, he gloves it over to first. And what a play. Ball game.
What an exciting finish to this game. An amazing play right there. It's hard for the fans to go home. They want more. They're not ready to leave and head to their cars, but an outstanding job to keep entertaining all the way to the end.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Chomby. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week.